Hey everyone, welcome back to the LD channel, and this is the follow-up to the last video I did in my journey to a half marathon series of vlogs. In this one I will be showing you the full footage of the 5k run I did on Sunday the 8th of February, and I will be explaining and sharing my experience from that day. So in this run I did a 5k distance with Run Club I had recently joined, and it is part of a collaboration with a dedicated local running shop, and I will tell you more about it as the video and the run goes on. So without further ado, let's begin. Okay, here we go, run fans. Anyway, so this 5k route that I'm doing is at a little town called Fochabers, which is just in between Elgin and Keith. That's where I live, and it's on northeast Scotland, in Murray. So to be absolutely honest, it was a fine day, but earlier on, before the run started, it was pretty much raining down early, and then it just stopped, and we just turned up at a much perfect time. I mean, we couldn't get a decent time in with that anyway, but anyway, we've started running on the road, as you can see. But very shortly, we were actually going to the trail path, which will be very interesting. So we will get to that at some point. So let me talk to you about this run club that I've just recently joined. So last year when I restarted my running journey, I've actually joined like park runs and all that, and I did a video on the park run. And I thought, like, after my last park run, just before the end of the year, I actually thought, I've actually come across this run club that they're doing every Sunday at 10:30, and this seems like a lot of fun, and I thought, I'm going to give this a go. So I want to get my running fix, because I feel like maybe if I run with other people, I feel like I have the motivation to sort of, you know, like, enjoy it more, but at the same time just pick up the pace and, you know, really enjoy it more. I can't think of anything else to say after that anyway. So I think I've started joining at the start of the year, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the start of the year. Oh, I think it was mid-January anyway, because that hasn't started until like 2 weeks, so they just wanted to take a break from that, and they just restarted again anyway. And the first time I joined, it was at Elgin, and I actually didn't know how to approach myself, so I did a warm-up, and then there was like a large group of people, so I just turned up anyway, so I knew the meeting point anyway, and they were actually so very, very welcoming as well, and they've been an absolute great bunch of people there, and, you know, just sharing our love and passion for running. I know there's quite a lot of people that are into more fitness, you know, like high rocks and all that, but pretty much, and we just plodded along together, or even just doing our little thing, but it was really nice. I feel like this is way less stressful and definitely more enjoyable than the park runs itself. Not that I don't like park run, I still want to do it, of course, but this is definitely much more enjoyable. So, but there we go. I love it. So here we are now, onto the trail path anyway, and this is where it gets very interesting. So I'm going at a very nice steady pace at the moment. So although my heart rate is... Oh, there is some muddy parts right there, as you can see anyway. So yeah, as I was saying, my heart rate's just reached about 180 on this one, and usually it's not that high. And bear this in mind, I'm actually... No, I didn't think I was wearing the heart rate strap. I can't remember if I wore a heart rate strap. I don't think I did anyway, so I don't think it would have been 180. I think it would have been a little less than that, but anyway, I felt absolutely fine. So despite the high heart rate anyway, so I'm still building up my aerobic pace. Oh, and here's some more muddy trails along the way, and it's very slippy. I think we all wore the wrong shoes for this. Anyway, yeah, there is some trips here and then anyway, so we have to slow down, unfortunately. But again, it has actually rained early, so that definitely has an effect on that anyway. Should have definitely worn trail shoes. So my breathing seems to be on point at the moment, although I do feel like my breathing's like a little bit heavy, but when I was listening to it, it was more of a relaxed rhythmic breathing. You know, I was breathing in rhythm, and that's exactly what I needed to do anyway. Just control myself and just enjoy the run, especially on the trail. So, and it's a nice little place anyway. Okay, so we come up to the first kilometer now. I actually forgot to put my Strava stats on, so I'll put it on the screen right now as we're doing it. Anyway, so we're continuing this running into a forest, woodlands, whatever we call it. Anyway, but you know what? The weather is not as bad as anticipated anyway. It was originally going to be like pissing down all the way through, but it actually stopped. I think it was just for early that morning, and it was absolutely fine. So yeah, I did actually record with the Insta360, and I think I was clipped onto, do you know what? Like, because I've been so busy, I've lost track of when I actually recorded. So I think this was like last week, and I can't remember if I actually clipped onto like a running vest or a bag. I think it was a running vest. Yeah, you know, we call it. There we go, nice little cyclist having a nice little casual ride there. Shouldn't have any problems with this mud anyway. I'm still plodding along over the very muddy patches there. And we're about to turn to the left onto a trail road now, and it's much more bearable now anyway. And we are picking up the pace here, and as you can see, it started. My Insta camera is actually started to sort of rumble a little bit all over the place anyway. So, but still some decent footage on there anyway. So the heart rate's coming down about 172. So this is probably my ideal tempo rate, although I think tempo should be probably for me in the between 160 and 170. So I think I went a little bit too much, I don't know, but I felt absolutely fine. I just carried on the best I can. Obviously I knew that if I needed to catch my breath, I will slow down gradually. I just like don't want to stop. I just want to keep running. Anyway, so yeah, we're coming up to a downhill now anyway. So, which was very nice, which is where I can really pick up the pace, and you'll see later on. So we're coming down just below the 4:30 pace, and the heart rate's picking up a little bit. I was very, very eager to catch up with the people in front, and the reason for this is because I didn't actually have the route. I've actually got the Garmin Forerunner 965, sorry, and it has the maps on, and I should have uploaded the Strava map onto my watch, and then I can just check and then just follow the route then. And obviously I didn't, so I didn't know the route, so I had to make sure that I keep up with the people in front of me, because they might know the route more than I do, although I do live here, but I haven't really just sort of like know the route. I haven't been there too often, so, but oh well. And we're coming down to 4:14 pace because we're going downhill, and then I've really picked it up, 4:12, and just below 180, which is very good for me. Bear that in mind. I think I felt a little bit sick a little bit, so I needed to slow down a little bit anyway, so that would be fine. I just feel like we're actually running on a private road or something like that, and I thought at some point we're going to get into trouble. So I just noticed my watch just bleeped, and oh, we have to stop and wait for the cars to pass anyway, so yeah, definitely not a private property or area, so, or maybe it is, I don't know. And we're coming up to the 2 kilometer now, and yeah, the pace is really picking up anyway, so, but I think we're coming up to the end of the downhill now, and I think it's just mostly the flat route anyway, so maybe a couple of inclines along the way, And I'm still at a 4:10 pace. Goodness me. And the heart rate is actually coming down just a little bit. And so far, so good. Oh, it's coming up to 4.64544. Oh, are we going to get below 4 kilometers a minute? Oh, are we going to make it below? Oh, just 4 minutes. Nope. Just bang on 4. Yep, just bang on 4 there. Alright. It is so satisfying to actually run like 15 kilometers an hour. Yeah, my breathing's like getting a little bit harder there. And I thought I can hear a wheeze for a second. Yeah, still a lot of puddles there. For sure. Okay, so my pace is coming down just a little bit slow, but still a very fast 4:25, 4:26. And it's very, very peaceful. Now, I can't actually see, but I definitely can see someone way in front. So I just want to make sure that I try to keep up with them, because if it was just me, I would absolutely have no idea where to go next after that. So if I'm correct, I think he actually wanted to follow the trend of having their own dedicated run club, you know, like as they've seen on TikTok or socials or something like that, and wanted to do one for their very self. And I've checked out the article for it, and apparently, like, at first he wasn't sure if there's going to be anybody turning up, and fortunately there are a fair few people turn up and moving. Oh, just saying morning to a fellow pedestrian or cyclist. I didn't see it. I should have saw it. Fast forward to a year now, and there has been more people, including myself, and the turnout has been absolutely brilliant. And so we're just there to, you know, support the club, keeping it going. So this is more of a social run, rather than just, well, there is another running club that is more specific to training, you know, like your intervals and your pyramids, your hill runs and all that. They do that, whereas with this run club, it's just a social run every Sunday. So you just run at your own pace, at your own feels, and, you know, just running with the people who, you know, have the same interests in running as I do. So, and to be absolutely honest with you, I would absolutely love to do that every Sunday, most Sundays. But I think it's mainly because of work commitments. So we'll just see how it goes. So far we have like been to 3 different locations, and there is more different locations to come as part of my training, and as well as this anyway. So we actually did the one at Lossie, we also did the one at Elgin, more local, and right now we're doing the Fokker's route. So I think next week we're going to do it at a place called Findhorn. Oh, I can't even think when I'm talking at the same time in commentary. But that's fine, we will cut this out. Don't you just love the clippity-clop on my shoes? It's such a satisfying sound to listen to anyway.
How are you doing? You're fucked. Oh, no. Oh, sorry. Oh, well. Oh, bless. There you go.
Yeah, so that was one of the guys running with his dog. So apparently just went a bit too much there. But so I'm just checking to see if he's doing all right. But yeah, I just have to stop for a moment, and then got back up and running now. And there was another guy behind me just caught up with me. So, and that's why I said sorry, because, you know, we just sort of blocked the way. And then I just noticed and just moved a little bit to the right hand side. And yeah, we're good. So, oh, I forgot the 3 kilometer. I think I've put it on the screen right now as we reach to that anyway. So we're over the bridge, and pretty shortly we're coming up to the entrance of the castle, apparently. Oh, you can see the arch entrance there in front of us. And we're taking another trail detour and back to the town centre, and then finish off outside the shop. And look, the blue skies are coming out. Isn't it extraordinary to see?
Yeah, right, and then to the left. the guy in the black jacket.
Yeah, so I was just referring to them where we actually go into the guy in the black jacket, the correct route. So I actually knew the actual route. So because for some strange reason, I actually do remember. It was like, you know where the football or cricket field is at? That's where we need to go. So it's just that turn. So we are picking up the pace quite a lot. So I don't know if that's a slight decline there. So I am picking it up and the heart rate's going down as the pace is going up. I'm pretty sure that was a decline anyway. So once again my watch bleeps and the stats are like 20 meters too short. Anyway, here's the 4th kilometer stats there, and we've got 1 more kilometer to go, and let's hope. Yeah, so the guy in front of us wasn't sure where to go next, so he's either to the left or straight on. Yeah, it's straight on anyway, because that takes back to the main road. So need to be on the trail anyway. But here's another. Yeah. So I don't think I would know where to go anyway. Yeah, still wouldn't have a clue. I think I would have got lost and took a longer route. So that would have been longer than a 5k run. Anyway, back on the trail path now, and there's more mud. Surprise, surprise. Yep, so we're just moving straight forward anyway. Do you know what? I keep thinking to myself, like, every time, I run, like, in places like this, it's like, you thought you'd go around in circles and thought, oh, is this the town centre, like, on the left? It feels like we're going round and round.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think I'd rather just go before the whole group's going to come on. So I feel like I actually did go a little fast, but the pace says different anyway. So we're back onto that road. And then we're going to turn right back to the town centre, and then we will finish off just outside the shop. But for myself and this guy in front of me, we knew that we were like 200 meters short, so we decided to run up and back just to make the 5 kilometer distance, because why not? I did actually check the route, and yeah, it's definitely short of 5k, but that's fine. But we just wanted to, just round it up, because why the fuck not? Okay, so we're at the last stretch now anyway, so yep, there's a bit of an incline there, so it should be good.
Oh, good one.
Yep, so stopped right here, but then that was the moment where I realised, oh, we're 200 meters short, so I'm just gonna carry on and just meet the last 200 meters, and then I will stop and then walk back to the shop. Now, normally when it comes to parkrun, we always have sprint finishes, but we just stop. Okay, well.
Yeah, I'm the same. It's like 4.8, and then just got to do 200 more meters.
And that's that done. Although for some reason it says 4.97. And so that's the 5k with the run club complete. So here's the 5th kilometer stats right here, with the overall average pace below. So we finished up outside the shop called Skedaddle Speyside. So originally it was called Outrun, which has ran for 13 years, but the previous owners decided to close, so they can enjoy spending time with their friends and family and all that. And then the new owners took over about 2 years ago, and it's now still continuing on as a dedicated running shop. So the legacy continues. And so I've actually met them two properly for the first time, and they are like the most loveliest people you can ever meet. So they have great passion for running, especially with the trail running as well, from my understanding. And they've actually got some good gear in there as well. And I've actually bought a new pair of shoes that I'm going to try out for my first official half marathon, which is the Brooks Glycerin Flex, which is one of the most recent ones to come out. So originally it was going to be the Ghosts, but after trying out the Glycerin Flex during the gait analysis, it felt like a nice snug fit, and I've actually tried them out on my next long run, which I do have footage, which you will see in the next vlog episode. And I will talk more about it then. And it only cost me £140 with the 10% discount, because basically I just turned up. That's it, really. So they've been very generous and give me a 10% discount, so that only cost me £140, so I'm chuffed for that anyway. But we'll see how that goes anyway. Yeah, I'll tell you more about it in the next vlog. Anyway, that was another great run, and yeah, I'm going to end it right there. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. If you do, don't forget to hit the thumbs up and subscribe if you want to check out new content, so you'll be alerted for when I do upload a new video. So there will be the next episode in my journey to a half marathon, and I believe it's very, very soon, and yeah, it's getting close. So anyway, guys, enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye. Peace.